Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday night. Where'd that come from? It's Monday. It's Monday night wellness. I think I got Monday and wellness and turned it into Wednesday. It's Monday night wellness stories. I'm Sherry Danzig, a little confused tonight, apparently. And we're here to share stories about our experiences. I'm going to ask everybody to mute, if you would, please, until you're talking, because we're getting a little bit of background. Let's see.
Let's see, did I mute yet?
I got you. I got you, Beverly. Okay. I'm going to start over again. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Wellness Stories. I'm Sherry Danzig, and we are here to share stories about these fabulous products that Nikken has given to us. And it's all about creating a wellness home in this environment where we thrive. And Nikken's technologies are following the science of biomimicry. And biomimicry means it's using technologies that mimic nature. And it's the specifics of how our bodies thrive when we're in nature. But let's face it, how much time do you actually spend connecting with nature, on a daily basis? Most people would say very little. So Nikken's genius is giving us technologies that bring nature indoors so that we can connect with it. So tonight we're going to be sharing stories about really, I think, probably the most important of all of our technologies, because sleep is so incredibly important. You can do everything else right. You can eat well and take supplements and exercise and all these other things. And if you're not sleeping well, you undo a lot of the good that all the other lifestyle habits that you have that are healthy are doing for you, because sleep is where about 80 or more percent of your recovery and healing happens while you sleep. But that's if you sleep well and if you sleep enough. So Nikken has given us some incredible sleep technologies that create an environment that optimizes our sleep. In other words, it's following the science of how it's our body's the environment basically that our body needs to sleep, to relax, to rest, to stay asleep throughout the night, because sometimes people fall asleep and they don't stay asleep. That can be a problem as well. So you're going to hear some great stories. I told a little bit more about that. You can tell I'm very passionate about sleep. So we're going to start with Jeannie. You're going to share a story. And I think this is going to be specific. So the sleep products, we're not here to like demonstrate and explain all of them, but there is a mattress topper fit. It's a fitted topper. There's a comforter. There's a pillow. There's a sleep mask. And sometimes we like to say that the air system is also part of our sleep products, but we're going to really zone in on the Naturest fit. So Jeannie, please take it away.
Sure. I couldn't wait to get mine because it was for traveling. It would be easy to carry with me, although I don't bring my king size with me. I got a twin too. I mean, a full size to take with me traveling. Anyway, so I put it immediately on the bed. I closed the door. I think my husband was talking on the phone or whatever. So I couldn't wait. I put it on the bed and I laid down on it with just a t-shirt. I didn't have a bunch of clothes on because it was in the summertime actually when I got it. And so when I laid down though, my upper back just so relaxed that I feel like I heard crunch, 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 which my chiropractor always said is really good for me. So my muscles relaxed so much that I mean, I felt like I melted right into it. And I every night I feel that same way. I get in that sleep system, cover up, and away I go. So it's fabulous.
It really is. It really is. Thanks for sharing, Jeannie. Okay, Mrs. Kramer, would you like to share a story, please?
Yes. So, a couple of years ago, actually, I had someone referred a lady to me, and she ordered a topper, and then she called me back and she said, order me another one because my husband some issues with his legs, and order another one, and order me another two um for our apartment in Florida. So so she ordered a set two toppers for Florida and two toppers for here. And a few weeks ago, she called. She needs another one for a neighbor of hers, who is not sleeping well, and so order for this neighbor also one.
Well, obviously, people don't typically spend money unless they're seeing results. And then to say, order me more and order me more, I think obviously they got the results they were looking for. Once you start
Yes,
sleeping deeper, it's really hard to think about not sleeping using this technology, which is one of the things that's so great about it that you can pack it up and take it with you. I agree, Jeannie. I would the king would be a little bit much, but taking a smaller size one, it packs up quite nicely. You can put it in a suitcase. Easy
yeah.
peasy.
I have another customer who has the king or the queen or the standard, anyway, one of the ones that's too big to carry around,
Hmm.
so she doesn't take it with her when she goes.
Hmm.
um but and she's a Nikken long timer. She has the water treatment and the shower filter and the whole works. The insoles also. I can't keep track. She has
She has a wellness home, is what it sounds like.
well, yeah. She
Hmm.
actually was a distributor many years ago.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. Maggie, you're going to share a story about somebody else's story, which is perfect.
I actually have two things to say. I've been having in homes, wellness home briefings lately, and I always have people do a strength demonstration before and after they go into the onto the Naturest topper. And I always ask them how they feel after. I just say, I'm turning the lights out. You've got 10 minutes, enjoy. And they come back, and the usual response is it feels like sleeping on a cloud or lying on a cloud, which is a great description of it. And one gal actually fell asleep for an hour, which is fine. When you work from home, you can let people sleep while you work. And she said, I have to have this. I can't believe it. She said, I feel like I'm on drugs. And I said, oh, what does that mean? And she said, well, I feel so light. I have no worries. And she's a real worrier. So she's going to order hers soon. And I have a new consultant way up north in British Columbia in a town called Atlin Village, actually. And she ordered one, well, the whole wellness home, actually. And so she went away to Whitehorse, and her husband started sleeping on the sleep system. And he was absolutely loving it. So she said, well, why don't you come up to Whitehorse tonight? Somebody's coming up. You can join me. He said, no, I think I'm going to stay here. And she said, it's because you want to sleep in that bed again, isn't it? And he said, yeah. So his sleep has improved remarkably. And hers has as well. She has a Fitbit, and she'd been recording her sleep prior to sleeping on this. And she showed me the results. And my goodness, it was like she was in the excellent instead of the fair in terms of the sleep quality. So we really have a winner here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I could share a bunch of stories. I will tell you myself, I have slept on the Nikken mattress when we had a mattress, the old topper,
Mm-hmm.
which they're all fabulous. And I didn't think I could sleep any better. But when we got the Fit, they keep advancing the technology because the company gets more sophisticated, and it's what drives the company is that they're always improving. It's continual improvement. And I have not been able to sleep on my back for, well, my oldest just turned 34 years, because I stopped sleeping on my back when I got pregnant. And I could never sleep on my back again. And I know that the back is better because if you sleep on, for me, if I sleep on one side, my shoulder starts to get numb. And so, but I was having interrupted sleep. as soon as I got the fit on my bed, I slept. In fact, the first night I got in bed and I didn't move. I don't think I moved because I was in the same position, and that had not happened in a very, very long time. So there's something about that technology that it was so relaxing to my back that I could stay on my back all night long. And for me, that's the best position for me to be in. I've had a couple of people that are athletes that are, one person's a tennis player like myself, another person runs a lot, and they both have had incredible experiences where they feel stronger, they feel more flexible. They really pay attention to how their body feels, and the only thing they did differently was to order and start sleeping on the Naturest Fit. So they were noticing they were getting deeper sleep, and when you recover more from being an athlete, the next day you feel better. You really notice it because they're so tuned in with their body. So we could all go on and on. I think we're going to call it that. So these are technologies that really support the body in the most important way. It's the best investment. And when you take, if you're looking at the price, my recommendation is you take the price, divide it by 365, and then divide that by, I don't know, 20 years, by 20, so that you can look and see, because the technology won't wear out. And so I don't know when anybody would need to replace theirs. You'll see it's pennies per day to get really so much better sleep. So that's my thoughts on it.